Again, thank you for inviting me tonight. And I want to say, Eddie, I learned so much from that presentation, and I did enjoy the video myself. So welcome.
Sorry, that's usually an hour-long presentation that I just delivered in about 15 minutes.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Hope everyone got
lots. I
lots
have like 11 million questions, but we'll talk about that later. But anyway, I understand a lot of folks are interested in financing, and I do want to echo that this is a new relationship and partnership with WinWin that we are so excited to bring to the table. So tonight we're going to talk about that loan program, which is the Career Training Smart Option Loan with Sallie Mae. And I'm going to provide you details, and I'm not sure if I can see the chat, so just let me know if there's a question out there, somebody. It shouldn't interrupt me at all. But where I want to start first is a lot of folks understand that Sallie Mae is a loan company, but we also have a very robust scholarship search tool and paying for college site as well. The QR codes are up here. If you have only a chance to snap one of these QR codes, I would direct you to the right side of the screen. That is the scholarship search tool, and it will connect you to billions, $3 billion, as a matter of fact, of free money resources. So again, another way to help manage the total cost of your education. Once you're in the tool, you can simply add aviation to the search engine, and it will produce those scholarships that are relevant to you. So I just wanted to take a minute and add that. It wasn't in the original presentation, but it's something that Sallie Mae is very well known for on the scholarship free money side. So I'll just give it another second or two, snap away, and we'll move on. So let's talk about the loan. The career training loan is for students who are attending WinWin. We have a partnership with WinWin, and it covers your cost up to the full cost of that education, whether you are doing the certificate program or going on to the CFI, II kind of job. Either way, whether you're full-time, half-time, less than half-time, again, we partner with WinWin. So if you're an active student, you are eligible. This is for US-based students. You can be enrolled, again, full-time. Maybe you have to go back and take a class. We even cover pre-existing balances. So if you had to leave school perhaps to cover some emergency and then are returning, you can apply for the loan to cover even a prior balance up to a year. So again, covering that full education expenses up to the full cost of attendance. But we also help international students. So again, under the same parameters, even if you are a non-US citizen, you can apply for the career training loan. We do require at this time a US citizen or a permanent resident cosigner, but you are eligible to apply for the credit-based loan. And again, this is credit, right? So it is based on your eligibility for approval. I want to say that there is always value in bringing a cosigner to the application process. And a lot of students are hesitant, if you will, to decide whether they should or shouldn't bring a cosigner. So first of all, I want to say that once you bring a cosigner into the Sallie Mae loan process, you are more than 2 times likely to get approved. It really does lift the approval rate for you. It kind of mitigates that risk for a lender. That's what a cosigner brings to the table. Generally, the cosigner requirements are that they have to be the age of majority, which is 18 years old in Florida. They need to be a US or permanent resident, credit worthy, and then they're able to help repay the loan. But the good news with Sallie Mae is that I always say it's a win-win. On the front end, the cosigner is actually bringing credibility to the application. So it's a higher approval rate, securing that loan. We also reduce the interest rate for you during the loan, full loan, total loan cost. But the win for the cosigner is that after you graduate and make 12 on-time payments, the cosigner can simply be removed. It's not a debt to income. There's no craziness, quite honestly, as long as you're not past due or delinquent on a student loan or had some major event like that, the cosigner can be released. So that cosigner really helps secure the loan on the front end, mitigate it and manage the cost, but it's not a life sentence, if you will, for the cosigner for the full repayment of the loan terms. Pricing and benefits. You can snap this link, salliemae.com/rate sheet, to provide you with details on the various rates. But Sallie Mae does offer both a fixed interest rate and a variable interest rate. So what does that mean? Fixed simply means what it is. The day you apply and you're approved, that rate is locked in for the entire life of the loan. It will not change. Versus a variable interest rate, and variable interest rates can be much lower. Obviously, when you choose a fixed interest rate in any credit process, you're really securing risk, if you will. So there's going to be a little bit higher cost. So the variable interest rates can be significantly lower, but they can also change. Sallie Mae's interest rate is based on a monthly index. So as the market would change, the rate could go up or down. So again, if you quickly, navigate at some point over to the rate sheet, you can kind of see the spread and what you're looking at. Sallie Mae does not have any fees attached to the loan. There's not a fee to apply. There's not a disbursement fee. If you need $71,999, that is what, if you apply for and are approved for, that is what you will receive. So there's no fees taken out of that disbursement at all. Likewise, there is no penalty for prepayment. Sallie Mae's loan program is based on simple interest calculation. So much like your credit card, you're only paying interest from payment to payment, not like a mortgage where you're amortized interest up front. So if you have some family member that wants to assist you, if you come into the lottery, you just want to make a large payment, that payment will significantly reduce the principal, again, saving long-term costs. So for this particular loan program, principal and interest repayment period is 5 to 15 years. And you do have several options while you're in school as well. You can pay a fixed rate of $25 a month, or you can pay the interest that's accruing on the account to mitigate capitalization when you graduate. After that graduation date, Sallie Mae also provides you with a 6-month grace period that allows you to transition. Maybe you're moving, you're looking for the job or settling into a job. So you don't actually have to begin full principal and interest payments until 6 months after you graduate. This is just a quick screenshot of what you will see once you get out there. And again, there's a link on the WinWin Aviation Academy website for you to get to this page and apply. But what you'll see is options, and Sallie Mae provides a fully transparent view of the rates, the repayment options, and your disclosure statements throughout the process. So as you're trying to decide which works best for you, you can also see the cost and the overall structure of the loan. I will say where we get a lot of questions is that by law, Sallie Mae must disclose 3 times. It's called TILA, right? So we just follow the rules. The first disclosure that you see is what I'm showing you presented here. And based on the amount that you borrow, what the interest rate and the amount of repayment will be is the highest that it can be. So again, what you're seeing is the interest rate for both a fixed payment and an interest payment. It's the highest that it could be because that's the law. A lender has to provide you what the cost would be upfront for the highest interest rate that you could receive. Then the second disclosure that you receive is based on your approval rate and mirrors what you will actually see based on your choice. So I hope that makes sense, but I do get a lot of questions that, hey, Laura, I actually went out and I proved and applied for the loan and I got this first disclosure and it looks scary, but that first one is going to be just the overall highest cost that the loan could ever be. So some benefits to the loan as well. Sallie Mae does provide you with an interest rate reduction of 0.25% once you graduate and start making payments. So we call it auto debit. You're probably familiar with it. It's just an electronic means to withdraw money from your bank account to stay on top of your payment each month. And by allowing Sallie Mae that advantage, you actually save money. So it allows you to reduce that interest rate even significantly. And I know a lot of folks say, well, what does 0.25% really mean? When you're borrowing $70,000 and you have an interest rate of say 8%, dropping that interest rate to 7.75 is significantly going to, over the total loan repayment period, reduce your total cost of the loan. So taking advantage of those kind of benefits is very helpful. Again, very simply, you can connect online through the WinWin site. If you're not able to find it, you can also come to the Sallie Mae site and just search WinWin. They're in the drop-down field. The application process is fast. And when I say fast, I do mean very fast, under 15 minutes. And once you hit enter, you literally have a credit decision almost instantaneously. So you will actually either get immediately a yes, you're approved, or you may get a contingent approval that says, you know what, we can approve you, but we're going to need a cosigner. And you would just bring back a cosigner. So we are fully HEOA compliant under the federal regulations of education loan opportunities. Again, you're going to do everything online, e-sign the application, review the documents, and literally a loan can be applied for on a Monday and money dispersed by Friday to the school in your account. We also have a management system that you have access to from day one to view activity history, make payments. It's like online banking, I always say. But if you also need assistance, we have chat, we have customer service agents available to help you. If you're having difficulty completing the forms, we have folks that actually can walk you through it online and view what you're doing. And we have forms available. So if you, after you leave school, you may need to defer or postpone payments, we do have those available online as well. And you would just go in and log in. Again, there's a mobile app that makes it very convenient to keep in touch with Sallie Mae and your loan at all times. And that was the presentation. It is fast and easy. I'm not sure if there's questions out there, Eddie, so let me know.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's stop the screen and we'll switch over to questions. And thank you so much, Erkan, who's been answering a lot of these questions for us while we've been chatting.
Good.
But there's some good ones in there I'd like to review. And one thing that we didn't touch on was the presentation, and your communication now was really geared towards the professional pilot program. But one of the things that I love about Sallie Mae is that that's not a requirement, right? I mean, in the perfect world, you're training for a professional pilot program so you can have a job to pay back that loan, right? But let's say that you're already doing pretty well, you're already working and you're looking to get your private or instrument rating or something of the sort, or a multi-engine add-on, and you have the means to repay it, you just don't have the funds up front, Sallie Mae will finance that as well. So you can do short courses, not just the full program.